Haunted Road. I received this account a couple of weeks ago from someone who gave his full name, but I'll change it to James. James, a cyclist, had an unnerving experience on a forest road. The first time I heard about this same spooky road was back in 1993, when friends Murray and Carol, who lived in nearby Linwood, were using this road to travel to Cadnam. There are no cat's eyes, road markings or streetlights nearby, and just a few houses and 2 pubs along the route. The area is open heathlands as it's close by to former World War II airfield Stoney Cross. There are a few wooded areas heading back towards the Red Chute Inn and the High Corner Inn. Within the last year or so, the council have put in passing places because it is so narrow, really only wide enough for 1 car, that if you're unlucky enough to meet someone travelling in the opposite direction or desperate to overtake, things can get a bit tricky. Murray and Carol were chased at high speed by a large black limousine they describe as a hearse. It was a cold, wet and windy night in November. They were tailgated by a menacing black vehicle that travelled just inches from their rear bumper. Then it disappeared, vanished into thin air, only to reappear later in front of them a mile or so down the road. By now, they were both feeling terrified and anxious to get to their destination. It was then that their little Citroën car lost all power. Standing on the side of the lonely road in total darkness, the ladies looked under the bonnet, a little torch their only source of light, mystified at the car's sudden and alarming problem. Then the headlights of a vehicle pulled in behind them, and they both sighed with relief, thinking it was someone coming to their help, but no one got out of the car. The car just raced off again, and as it sped by, they realised it was the same black limo. As soon as the mystery vehicle had driven off, their car engine started, the headlights shone again and the wipers started working. Both made it to Cadnam, but have vowed never to travel that route again at night. James writes, the year was 2012 and he was out cycling. He says he first saw a young boy with a bicycle who was soaked through to the skin just past the High Corner Inn. The boy looked like he'd just stepped out of the 1970s, blonde hair and a blue t-shirt with red piping and flares. James described his bike as a girl's raleigh. James felt uneasy about this sighting, so just kept pedalling. He later saw the same boy, still soaked to the skin, by Janesmoor Pond, a few miles past the High Corner. There is no way he could have passed him. I love receiving stories like this. 2 accounts, 19 years apart, involving the seemingly impossible manoeuvre where people and vehicles appear in front of you and behind you at random and with no possible means of explanation.